Hey everybody, Animal Man here. Today I'm going to teach you another survival medicine plant, and this is jewelweed. It's also known as spotted touch-me-not by some people. And this is a plant that grows very commonly here in Massachusetts and also in the Northeast United States. It is very fond of growing down in ditches, also in very wet areas on the sides of roads, and the sides of ponds, lakes, streams, marshes, wetlands, all different areas. And you can use this for all different things with the skin. The main thing jewelweed excels at is the poison ivy rash. This is the antidote for the oils in poison ivy. But it's also great for any skin rashes, eczema, irritations, bug bites, anything like that. This will help with, and it'll soothe it. Alright everybody, so here's the close-up of the stem of our jewelweed. And the easiest way I can explain this is it's like translucent. It's like you can almost see through it. I've never seen anything like it. Definitely I've never seen anything like it here in the Northeast United States. So this is probably the only one that does this, possibly in all of North America. Although I haven't definitely made sure of that. But all I can say is I've never seen anything that looks like this. I mean, it's very, very unique. And the juice of any part of the plant, the leaves, the leaf stems, the stem itself, you can use the juice from it to help with poison ivy rashes or anything like that. But what I've noticed from trying different things is by far you get the most juice from the thick stem here. So that's what I always cut. I cut the stem and I'll kind of mash up the stem and rub that on areas. And I've used this on people before and it works very, very well. So I'm going to show you how I harvest it. You can break it off with your hands, but it's much easier just to cut it off at an angle right there, and it comes right off. It's hollow in the center. And there it is, like a little straw. You can see how juicy it is in there. I'm going to get several. I'm going to get two of them. I'm going to get another one right here. So I've cut two. Here's the surefire way of identification for jewelweed. It's called jewelweed because when it goes underwater, the leaves shimmer like a jewel. Let me zoom in on that for you. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, they're beautiful. You see that shimmering effect? It's pretty cool. Oh, there you go. You can see it good there. So this is how it gets the name jewelweed. If there's any doubt, you put it underwater and the leaves shimmer like a jewel. And again, I've never known any other plant to do this. This is just for jewelweed. So now you've made sure between this and the translucent stems, you've got your plant. So now I'm going to rub myself with poison ivy because I'm crazy like that. Just to do a demo for you. So here's another case of the Animal Man taking one for the team once again. Here's some poison ivy for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick it. And I'm going to rub it all over my hand and everything. And check it out. This is poison ivy. Just in case anyone, you know, is not sure. Try to focus on that. Hello, focus. There's the three leaves. This is how confident I am that this works. Boom. I'm going to grab my jewelweed. Here's the jewelweed. Just going to crush it up, get the juice all over my hands. And I'm basically going to wash my hands with it. And if it dries out, just crush up some more. Make sure you get all the spots. And what this does is it neutralizes the oils in the poison ivy that gives you the poison ivy rash. So I will never get a poison ivy rash. I've done this with the kids before. I've been at the park. There's a place nearby our house called Bird Park we used to take my son to when he was little, and we were there with friends of ours one time, and one of the girls touched poison ivy on the edge of a fence. She didn't realize what it was, and I saw her do it, and I told her parents, and they freaked out, but there's jewelweed growing right next to it. So I rubbed her hands with it, and I called them up. A few days later, she never got the rash, which is pretty darn cool. So here it is again. And the funny thing about jewelweed and poison ivy is that they usually grow together, like right near each other. A lot of times where you find jewelweed, there'll be poison ivy growing amongst it. So it's kind of goofy that way. But there you go. And Problem solved. It should be taken care of. Alright, I do have a small confession to make though. I am one of the rare people that has natural immunity to poison ivy. I know it might sound weird to some people, but it does happen with certain individuals, and it's very rare. And sometimes I've heard it can change. The older you get throughout your life, it'll change. You may lose your immunity. I've been immune as long as I can remember. I remember when I was a teenager playing manhunt in my friend's house, and I'd go hide in the poison ivy patch because I knew nobody would look there because everyone knew not to go in those areas. So I can't get it anyway, but this is still a cool demo for you, and I am very, very confident that the jewelweed does in fact work. And it's a very important plant to know. It's very common too.